Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the final Tribal Council. As we move into this evening's events, we wanted to first start off with a trailer that Zach made and has some edits. So here we go.
Nope. Nope.
Honestly, can't deny that is kind of hype. Gets me pretty excited every time I watch it. It's created by Zach and Hunter. So if you have any needs for video editing, send it their way. So just a quick rundown of how this evening is gonna run, so we can all be on the same page. Quick welcome. We're gonna dive into speeches written by Clint and Luke to convince the jury members of their case and sway some votes. And we'll dive into the questions that the jury members have. We'll wing it, figure that out on the fly. We'll re-emphasize the voting rules, and then we'll allow the jury members to vote. We have some comments, another video that we made, and then we'll reveal the votes and crown a winner. So without further ado, we will dive into Clint's speech, which will be read by Zach, I believe.
HG. All right.
That guy.
Hold on, I feel like I should be looking at y'all. There we go. Give a speech right here. On behalf of Clintus, above all, I believe my compassion and empathy set me apart. Survival is not just about skill, it's about understanding and connecting with others. I've genuinely cared for my fellow contestants, creating meaningful bonds that have helped us endure through the toughest moments together. In the end, it's not about being the strongest survivor, but about being the most human survivor. I am not here to discredit my worthy opponent. They fought fiercely and deserve commendation, but I urge you to consider the qualities that truly make a survivor exceptional: resilience, teamwork, resourcefulness, problem solving, and compassion. I believe that I embody all of these traits. So I humbly request your vote, not just for me, but for the spirit of survival itself. Together, let's celebrate the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity and inspire others to find strength in the face of challenges. Thank you for your attention, and thank you once again for this unforgettable experience. Let us continue to celebrate the survivalists within each of us, knowing that we have all grown stronger through this incredible journey.
It's moving. It's very moving.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, very well written. So this next speech is on behalf of the Dark Horse himself, Cool Hand Luke. And I quote, "Greetings, fellow loaves, councilmen and women, and judges. Welcome to Silly Speeches with Egg, the part of the show where Egg says a silly speech. Today's topic of interest is why the aforementioned loaves and members of council, henceforth known as you, should vote for my survival, which may include, but is not limited to, total world domination, free eggs for all of my nepotistic supporters, and a video of a chicken cowering in fear of its new egg overlord. I was the newcomer in this event. My only establishment is through the voucher of my relatives, Miss Pumpkin and Butt Nugget, aka Butt Nouget. An egg imposter, if you ask me, and I had no ties or foundation to boost myself ahead in this game. Yet, here I stand before you in the final countdown, do, awaiting coronation, do. We each strove to outdo the other in tests of wit and merit, with a dash of strategy and cunning thrown in for good measure. And now I implore you to side with me, the most humble, ever, period, egg, in a bid to surpass Clin, who inspects peepees and poo-poos, and is not fit to be your ruler unless you want a kingdom of little peepees and big poo-poos. This speech is not a beggar's plea for pity. It is a call to arms. Men and women of the bakery, fellow loaves, is there no hope for us that the opponent facing this humble egg seeks to corrupt this sanctuary with peepees and poo-poos? Do not vote for the restroom. Vote for the bakery. Eggs are amongst the most crucial ingredients in many delectable baked goods. Peepees and poo-poos will get you removed from any baking establishment of good rapport.
Another well-said speech. Tugs at the heartstrings almost as equally as Cleanse. With that, we will give it over to the jury members. And if you have a vote, jury members, just raise your hand, show request, or what is it? It's request to speak, I believe, and then we will bring you up here, and you may address Luke, and then...
and me and Hunter will be speaking on behalf of Clint as best we can.
Yeah. Beans, you had time to ponder about the last 4 weeks. You also don't have to go first.
Any questions from the council for the contestants? Please raise your hand.
They're figuring out how to raise their hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking a question. I'm not voting yet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this is not how you would vote.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, my question for Cool Hand Luke is... Sorry, I was looking at the orb. My question for Cool Hand Luke is, obviously, at the beginning of this, like he said in his speech, he was not close with too many people in the bakery. And while he may have played a skillful game, Clen has many bakery ties. So I was just wondering what his thoughts were on why we should vote for not a bakery outsider, because I feel the Survivor has brought us all closer together.
True.
But at the beginning of this, someone who was more of an outsider than Clan.
Cool Hand Luke, feel free to raise your hand and join us up here, or you may type a response if that is your preferred method of delivery.
He's contemplating.
Or an absolute power move would just be to completely ignore the question in its totality. Certainly an option.
Luke says, "Woman, I gave you my answer. Vote for me or don't."
Not today.
Tashi finally joining us. Nice to see you, Tashi. Okay, we got another request to speak. All right, we'll bring Alex up here.
Yeah, not necessarily among the jury members, but sure.
Yeah, just had one simple question for Cool Hand Luke. How did you know Clint had a little pee-pee?
That's a fair question.
That's a good question.
We will put that down in the pending questions.
Hi, I'd just like to say a few things. First of all, Corey helped him write that speech, which is But Nuget.
Yeah, very,
And
very
2,
elegant.
we know he has a small PP because that's an inside joke with me and Glenn, which I think Zach might remember that one. We were playing. I was just chilling watching y'all play a shooting game, and we were talking about his job, and it came about that he does peepees and poo-poos, and for like 30
True.
minutes straight, we were talking about it, and it was very funny, which is why it was added in.
It's true. It's a fact.
Clint
Yeah.
is yeah, it is a common knowledge. Clint is a poop doctor.
Yes. That is all. Okay,
It's good clarification. Thank you.
you're
Thank you,
welcome.
Emma.
Okay.
How do I leave?
All right. Got another one. Here we go. Kirk.
Hello. I have one thing to say, and then I have a question for Cool Hand Luke. I want to say congratulations, Cool Hand Luke. You were the guy who took me down, and I held mad respect for it. And the next question I have for you is, what is the best silly song with Larry?
All right. Hopefully you get a response.
I hope I get a
He
response.
Cool Hand Luke was typing for a moment, and then
Yeah,
aborted
I
typing.
just
So
want to make sure that I am in fact voting for a VeggieTale Chad.
I do
Fair.
want to remind you, Luke, you're fighting for survival right now, okay? Your peers are about to vote, so you might want to defend yourself.
My man,
His-
great answer. You have my vote. Just saying.
Our beans
I
is back
actually
up.
just remembered that I need to know the answer to this, which is where was the immunity idol? But you guys can tell us.
Yeah, will you just relax? You think we
No.
haven't?
We'll get to
You
that.
don't have that worked in the program?
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
I need to know. I don't know about you guys, but some of us spent a lot of time looking.
That's great because you'll love the story behind.
Yeah.
We have everything for you. You're gonna
Every
love it. You're gonna
I'm
love
dirty
excited.
detail.
Thank you.
All right.
Great. I bet they're
Any
gonna be super.
Go ahead. All right. Any last alibis on
okay.
questions here?
Otherwise, we're going to move on to voting rules.
All right, Seth.
Jason.
Laid out.
All right, so voting rules are as follows. You are voting for the winner. So whoever's name that you send to one of Top Brass, because that is how you will be submitting your vote, you will DM a Top Brass member
Not in
your
the
vote,
chat.
and you are
Not in the
voting
chat.
for the. Not in the chat. You want to DM us directly. The person that you think should be the winner of Survivor, not the person being voted out, but the winner. It's as simple as that. Let's not yeah, we'll open voting now. We're gonna leave it open for a couple minutes until we have everybody that we need, and then we'll close it. We'll bring it back in. We have a couple more items that we're gonna run through. One of them being the very exciting Hidden Immunity Idol Discovery Story. We'll show you where it's at,
As well
and
as our
then we'll
comments
reveal
video.
the votes. So it's gonna be good. Highly recommend you unmute your music while we're getting these votes in and working through them ourselves.
Yeah, we'll be a couple minutes here.
All right. We have the votes in. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play our video for y'all in anticipation. Yes, we do. We have the votes in.
We are missing, in fact, one vote.
No, we are missing one vote. That is correct. Okay, now we have the votes in. We're gonna play this video for you, and yeah, we'll announce the winner afterwards.
Tashi, putting yourself in Beans' shoes, how would you feel making it to Final 7 and then knowing you're going to be eliminated?
So putting myself in Sabina's shoes, knowing that I was in the final 7 and was eliminated, it makes me feel excited because I wanted to make it to the final 7 and then get eliminated. That was my plan all along.
Yeah, I love that take. I could definitely see that in her gameplay throughout the.
I
I think it's a little more accurate than one might have expected.
I think if I was Sabina, I'll be looking forward to being on the council of the most.
Yeah, that's where your vote truly matters. It's a very astute observation.
Look, I'm kind of self-centered here, so I quit paying attention once I was out. So which one of those bozos are part of the final 5?
Yeah, a fair question for sure. We have Wally MC, Klin, Cool Hand Luke, Polsky, and Papa Irwin.
Polsky, I wanted that one out since day 1, but somehow he beat me. He voted me out first somehow. We have some internal beef going on. So he's one of the ones I expect to lose immediately here soon.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Down with Polsky for sure.
Mhm.
One final quick thought. Could you just tell me what strategy you employed going into Survivor?
Well, you see, strategy-wise, I wasn't aware that we started it at the time being. I didn't know it was a concept, so I didn't quite mentally prepare myself. So I was really unconfident at first. But I tried to make it work, but something just popped up, and I just got busy and lost track of time, and just couldn't really participate as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm looking at our spreadsheet here, and the challenge you were voted out on was the stopwatch challenge, which required absolutely nothing of you, so I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Boss Kennedy, you got voted out somewhat early on in this Survivor escapade. Could you give us your feelings on watching this unfold before you?
I have to say, it really brings out the true colors of this group. We see really where our relationships lie, from friends, frenemies, enemies, and full-blown chaos. We love to see what we have going on here.
Is there any particular relationship that has stuck out to you so far through the competition?
I actually can't think of anyone in particular that has really stuck out to me, but, I see some of the other people who we're recently talking to, and I think there are some devious actions going on behind the scenes with all this.
Certainly, bridges are being burned, and that's exactly what we were hoping would happen here.
Where my mindset is at, I feel a bit shocked, and I think I know who to suspect. I think there was a plot against me by my own friends.
That's fair enough. As a council member, you have one of the votes that matters for the final tribal council. With the remaining 5 members being Wally MC, Klin, Cool Hand Luke, Polsky, and Papa Irwin, who are you leaning towards voting for?
That is tough. I don't think I made up my mind yet.
That's fair enough. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how this thing plans out and where everything ends up.
I think I have my suspicions, and I'm sure Kirk is the master manipulator behind the scenes. He's playing everyone.
So that's very interesting. Definitely not the first time we've heard that in our interviews. Thank you very much.
Interesting.
Welcome back. The votes are in. The tallying is done. We will crown a winner very soon. I hope you guys are ready. It could not have been any closer. But before we dive into that, as requested, Sabina wants to know about the hidden immunity idol. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you people, if I can do that. Stand by. There we go. So the two hints that were given, I will read them verbatim. They were both given to the same tribe as rewards for their challenges. Winning their challenges. As soon as I find them. Maybe Zach or Hunter, can you read one of those?
Yeah. So the first hint was bad kids. Due to y'all winning the first challenge, y'all will be given a hint to the hidden immunity idol. Where static grows, all might not seem as it appears to be the... Let me say that again. Where static grows, all might not seem as it appears to be those who examine closely. There are no commas in that sentence. That made it very difficult to read. The second hint was immunity idol hint, and then we sent a link to the bakery.lol.
If you think the first hint made no sense, you are dumb. So, here we go. The bakery.lol, you go to Gamer Bios, you go to Top Brass. This is a static image. You can blow these images up. Examine them closely, if you will. And it may not seem like it is, because if you go here, you see the bread truck. However, if you go on the bread itself, you click it, and you find the hidden immunity idol, a soggy piece of bread.
Yeah.
Not what we thought was a fair difficulty. Took a while to get there. And with that, let me stop streaming real quick and read to you. I asked Cool Hand Luke. I asked Cool Hand Luke to explain to us how he found it, because after I had given the second hidden immunity hint, it was within the day that we had received the hidden immunity idol. And a quote, I said, "Tell me the story or your strategy going about finding this idol." He said, "LOL, I didn't have any strategy. It took me like 20 seconds to find it." So with that, if you didn't find it, or if you spent more than 20 seconds, bring it up with Cool Hand Luke. But that's the story behind it. That's where it was at. And now we will move in to revealing the votes and crowning the Survivor winner.
Okay. Are y'all ready for this? In true survival style, each voting member submitted their votes on a piece of paper. So now we'll go down and read each vote individually. Vote number 1. Clint. That's 1 vote for Clint. Vote number 2. Cool Hand Luke. So 1 for Clint, 1 for Luke. Vote 3. Clint. That's 2 for Clint, 1 for Luke. Hunter.
All right. So moving on. They must have had some different paper that they handed me. I don't know how that happened. But the first vote here, Cool Hand Luke. Second vote here. Eggman. I'm going to take that as Cool Hand Luke. And for the third vote, Cool Hand Luke.
Now, mind you, as we are moving into the last 3 votes, it is a 5-vote win. There are 9 members. Cool Hand Luke has 4. Clint has 2. Let's see where things end up at the first vote that I have. Clint. The second vote. Clint. It is 4-4. The final vote I have right here in my hand. And the Bakery Survivor winner is Clint.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Clint. If you were here, we would be cheering your name. Crowds would be swarming you. Everybody would be clapping. However, you are at work doing poop doctor things. However, we could not be more happy for you. Clint, he does not have, he was given the opportunity to have an acceptance speech. However, we just figured out that he was the winner. So he did not have one written, but I'm sure he would say thank you all for playing. Thank you for voting for survival itself and the human spirit. With that, Clint will be designated as the sole survivor here on the Bakery Discord. We're going to give him a Valorant skin bundle, and we're going to send him some custom merch from the Bakery so that he can rep his Survivor Champion title proudly. And with that, we thank you all for being here. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your votes, and we thank you for playing Survivor. Hopefully we'll do something like this in the future.